nasikia tu kuhisi uchungu tu. Alafu nikijaribu kusimama siwezi, lazima hii kitu inuliwe kidogo ndio nikae nitakula.
Kifukuza ikanigeuka nipiga huko kwenye kiuno. Niliumizwa kiuno, mkono na bega. Yaani ka paradise mwili wote.
Nililiwa mahindi yangu eka 3. Ambapo ililiwa kabisa ikamalizika kabisa, sikuweza kuvuna chochote.
They narrate their horrendous ordeal in the hands of marauding elephants. Grateful to God, they are alive today. Conflicts between humans and wildlife have occurred since the dawn of humanity. In Kenya, they have become frequent and severe. While many people in the West regard elephants with affection, the animals often instill fear and anger in those who they feel are competing with them for land. According to the World Wildlife Fund, over 200 people have been killed in Kenya over the last 7 years by elephants. Wildlife authorities shot dead between 50 and 120 problematic elephants each year. Besides the construction of the standard gauge railway line, human settlements and farmlands cropping up in very close proximity to Tsavo National Park in Taita Taveta County are destabilizing the animals. Unfortunately, there is already evidence of human-wildlife conflict getting worse because of the railway and its impact on migratory routes. Elephants, whose migratory routes had been affected, were getting confused, moving out of protected areas and destroying people and crops.
If you look at those pillars, those 30-meter tall pillars in the middle of the park, there's no animal can cross that thing, easily. So of course it's going to affect animals. They said that they had made some areas, some gaps for the elephants to move. But even if we do it for human beings and you build a huge mountain in their way, of course it's going to upset them and cause people to behave differently. Elephants are so intelligent. They see something strange, they're going to behave in a way that even we can't predict. They're going to try and find alternative ways of crossing that barrier.
Kenya Wildlife Service recently embarked on an exercise to identify elephants' reactions to a new high-speed railway line. 10 elephants regularly found near the standard gauge railway were fitted with advanced satellite radio tracking collars in Tsavo ecosystem. Elephants from both sides of the railway were collared to monitor scientifically how they adapt to the railway. Collaring helps in detecting serial crop raiding elephants and identifying major causes of human-elephant conflict.
This is the first time this has been done with respect to infrastructure. So what we're trying to do is figure out how elephants are responding to this new high-speed rail line that's been put through, which is cutting between Tsavo East and Tsavo West National Parks. There have been underpasses put under this railway, and what we want to do is see how elephants are responding to these underpasses.
In yet another case of human-wildlife conflict, 2 lions strayed out of Nairobi National Park and into a crowded neighborhood. In March, another lion ventured out and was shot dead by Kenya Wildlife Service rangers after it attacked one of the onlookers. A 63-year-old man was injured by another stray lion on Nairobi's Mombasa Road. The elderly man was clawed by the lion as it wandered on the busy highway early morning. He has since been discharged from hospital. Kenya Wildlife Service Director General Kitili Mbathi says erecting an electrical fence along the parks will partly solve the problem.
We have to create an additional dispersal area, which we will try to do, or we will have to increase the amount of fencing that we do, which would be the lesser of the 2 options, less desirable of the 2 options.
We have seen some challenges as of today. You're aware almost every week now. Because of the infrastructure development here in the park, some of the wildlife escapes out. So we're working very closely with the contractors to make sure that as they continue with their infrastructure development, that they are also aware that they must maintain the integrity of the park and to keep the animals safe.
However, conservationists say the best way man and beast can coexist peacefully is to create awareness amongst community members while developing strategies to respond to incidences of predation. Brenda Kiprono reporting for Channel 1 News Hour.